Oh boy, those next 10 years are like, you're talking about a roller coaster ride through adolescent hell. I think that you see a lot of those feelings reflected in Born on the Fourth of July and in Platoon if you look closely. And in fact, I think if you look at my movie Wall Street, you'll see a kid that if I had ever stayed at college and gone to Wall Street, I might have, had some of those problems that Charlie did. Sheen. I think, I went to Nam as a soldier eventually in '67, '68, and I saw things that just shocked me, opened my eyes. I'd never be the same again. Combat is a searing experience and devastating to what your sense of life is worth and your sense of self. You have no illusions about yourself or what life comes down to. It comes to a very basic thing, survival and killing, and you see a lot of ugliness in your fellow man and young people. I mean, it's a very genetic kind of thing. It just is breeded. It's an inbred thing. I try to deal with that in Platoon, where at the lowest level you see a certain type of man that's going to go a certain kind of way in a pressure situation, and other types of men are going to do better things, I think, morally better. So I got an eyeful of that at about 19. 20. I came back, and I guess I was like the Tom Cruise character in Bourne, in that I was not ready to condemn the war effort, but I certainly, things were not working in sync. My head and my heart were telling me two different things. My head was saying, yes, support the government, support the troops, support your flag. And my heart and my body language is telling me something was wrong over there. I don't believe what I saw. I don't think we were doing the right thing. I think we were hurting people, and I think that we were hurting ourselves a lot. And so I came back to a very conflicted inner state, and I went through years of questioning and alienation and doubts and personal problems. I went to jail at one point in America, 10 days after I got back from the Vietnam War, for marijuana, which was another eye-opener, because here in the jails I saw another underclass of kids that I just left in Vietnam that were in jail without any really hopes of freedom. I was lucky enough to end up at film school and got the GI Bill and made short films, and that in a sense took some of the pressure off of me that, so many Vietnam veterans have been screwed up, as you know. Maybe, they say, I don't know the numbers, but, maybe more than 60,000 have died since the war, in addition to the 60,000 dead over there. And we're talking about suicides, we're talking about alcohol-related car accidents and drug-related accidents. We're talking about despair and symptoms of syndromes of distress.